Hi friends, Mama Bear here. I wanted to talk to you about one of the most prolific mushrooms that we find in the woods. We talk about it an awful lot when we're out on our walks. This is Trametes versicolor, also known as the turkey tail mushroom. If you notice, the top is kind of soft. You can't see the furs, but it's kind of velvety. The bottom of the turkey tail mushroom is white, and you can see minuscule, tiny little pores in there. So this is true turkey tail. We use this for all sorts of medicine, and later I'm going to show you how I use it for tea and what I use that for. See you then. So, while we were walking and we just looked at those beautiful turkey tails, we came across one that's called the false turkey tail. There's several lookalikes, but this one does have some medicinal properties, not quite as potent as the turkey tail, which we favor. So I don't collect these. However, you can see on the back of this one, it's kind of a brownish side, and you can't see the pores. So that's one of the tells. It's kind of papery here, and it's generally kind of tans and browns and that kind of thing. So this is the false turkey tail. So I only walked to the other end of this tree to find another one of turkey tail's lookalikes. Now it tends to have a purple edge when it's younger, and this one is called the Trichaptum biform. Now this one is also called the violet-toothed polypore. This one's growing actually in a rosette, which is a very similar, like a rose, right? So it's similar form to a lot of turkey tails grow in rosettes. So I thought at first, gee, what's that over there? But then if you look at the bottom, it's not the same bottom as the turkey tails. It's got purple, and then the purple around the edges are another indicator. So this one, the violet tooth, is not edible, and it does not have any known medicinal properties. So it's kind of inconsequential to us. It's just good to know what they look like so we know what not to gather, right? Hello, wildling friends. Welcome to my kitchen. I haven't been able to go on walks with you all lately, and I'm really kind of sad about that. So I've been doing everything I can think of to help myself get healthy again. I've been having a terrible cough and cold. So some of the things that I do when I'm feeling crummy is I take use of these turkey tail mushrooms that we have been gathering. So I'm going to remind you that they're fuzzy on one side, kind of velvety, and I've been ripping them up, so they've got all these beautiful colors on them, and then on the back side they're going to be white, and when you look at them very closely, they're going to have teeny tiny pores. Okay, so that's our turkey tail mushrooms. They grow on dead trees, and they're very important when we're feeling sick. They're immunomodulating, so they modify what they're doing to our immune system so that it brings it back to our perfect health, to our homeostasis. So we really appreciate turkey tails for that. Also, they're full of antioxidants and vitamin C. They're anti-inflammatory, they're detoxifying, and they're just immune boosting, just a really powerful one. So some of the other things I like to add, since I've been having a cough, is we're going to add some of our friend, this fuzzy mullein. So the fuzzy mullein is important because it's anti-inflammatory. It's also known it's also what's called a demulcent. Now, a demulcent is something that kind of soothes and relaxes your lungs. It also is what's called an expectorant. So an expectorant is a fancy word for it makes you spit. So be prepared. If you're making mullein tea, you're going to have to find something to spit in, a hanky or something, okay? Next, we're going to add some rose hips. We gather these along the sides of the beaches up here in Massachusetts. And I like to add rose hips because they taste awfully nice. And also, they're very high in vitamin C and E. They're very high in antioxidants. So antioxidants are substances that protect cell damage from free radicals, which is something we deal with when we're sick. So antioxidants are really important. It also stimulates the vitamin C stimulates our white blood cells, which is what helps aid our immune system. So we're going to add some of those rose hips here. Another one that we've been gathering an awful lot is wintergreen. So you remember those wintergreen little tiny shrubberies, and they have a couple berries on them. I try and make sure that there's plenty of berries in the area and only take a few. But these wintergreen berries are really neat because they are actually pain relievers. They're very, very close to aspirin, pretty much the same chemical makeup. So we're going to add a couple of those wintergreen berries. Wintergreen berries are often called tea berries, and they taste just really, really excellent in tea. The last thing that I am going to add for myself is some of these nettles that I'd gathered earlier in the year. I have some nettles leaves and some nettle seeds, and I add these nettles because they too are anti-inflammatory, but the real reason that I'm using them is because when I'm sick, I don't feel like eating as much as I should, or as healthy as I should sometimes. I just feel crummy. So nettles are really vitamin and mineral rich. They are full of vitamins A, B, C. They have calcium, they have iron, they have magnesium, and they have potassium. So all of these things are incredibly important for our body to have all of these things that it needs in order to get us back to our perfect health so we can go back out to the woods again together. So I'm going to put the top on my little teapot right here, and I'm going to let it steep for a little while, and then I'm going to have some healthy tea so I can get back and see you all in the woods again real soon. All right, see you soon. Bye.